All right, what's up, everyone? Jammer here, Jammer's Wrestling Magazine Collection YouTube channel, as you all know, because you're probably watching this video right now, and therefore you must have subscribed to my channel. So here we go, a little video today, and this one is actually going out to a buddy of mine, Zeke Zanzibar, because he's a big video game guy. I found something in here that he will appreciate. Not that, that's pretty good too. This, right here. Electronic Gaming Monthly was, from what I understand, like the aftermags of video games. It wasn't Nintendo Power. Nintendo Power is like the WWF magazines. This would be the alternative to Nintendo Power, and this had, you know, Genesis and everything in it. It looks like it's pretty cool that it's actually being advertised in this magazine of the WWF magazine from December 92 with good old HB on the cover there. Now, got something else to show you then as well in this. It's going through this. It's the Wrestler, January 1990. But look at that. They sell Nintendo games in here. I mean, very cool. I remember looking at the magazines and seeing these in there when I was a kid. And not too long ago, too, because I was looking through them and I kind of remember, like, oh, yeah, these are in here. But look at that. That is so cool. Super Mario 2 there. You know, and then looks like there's more games here written that you can pay for and get. So with that being said, I thought let's do a little fun video here. I'm going to show off some of the video games I have that are wrestling related. We got that one right there. That was the first wrestling game I ever got was WrestleMania. This isn't it. Unfortunately, I sold all my Nintendo games like when I was, I think, 18 or 19. I sold them all because, you know, I remember I got a PlayStation and I thought, I'm never going to play these old games again, these cartridge games. This is ridiculous. And now, you know, how many years later? 25 years later or so, it's like, oh, wait, no, I like these better. And of course, I don't play these, but I do have them on USB drives to play through my PlayStation Mini, which is kind of neat. The next game I got when I was a youngster was that one, WrestleMania Steel Cage. That was a fun one. I really liked that game. That one was cool. I remember I used to use Bret Hart and Randy Savage a lot in that one. Pretty simple. Punch, kick, do a body slam, do a backbreaker, punch, kick, climb the cage, win the match, right? This one is neat. The only Nintendo game that was out for WCW. It's got the Road Warriors on the cover there. Now, there is a video or something online I saw of it looked like a prototype to the WCW game because I want to say the Midnight Express were in it. I swear that Beautiful Bobby and Sweet Stan were in it, and there was someone else too. There was a few other wrestlers who didn't make the cut, and then eventually this came out, and I remember we got a lot of weird names in there, like guys like, why is Michael Hayes in here, you know, or Eddie Gilbert was one of the names too. And nothing against Eddie Gilbert or Michael Hayes. I just felt like, I was like, really? They made the cut over Bobby and Stan? That seems weird, right? So another one I got when I was a kid as well was this fun game, Tecmo World Wrestling. That you could change the names around of the characters, which is always entertaining to do, especially as you got older, and you could make them have dirty names or ridiculous, stupid names. And it was just real funny stuff there. A game I played a lot as a kid too, but I never owned, I borrowed off a classmate all the time, was this WrestleMania Challenge. The only thing I didn't like about this was how the video, if anyone's ever played this game, remember the ring is kind of like diagonal, like a diamond shape instead of looking at it like straight on in a square. I didn't care for that, but this game does have Brutus Beefcake in it. So you can't go wrong with that. You know, I love Brutus, so it was always fun to use Brother Brudai in the game. I recently got this about a year ago, King of the Ring. I never owned it, never played it until I got to play it through, downloading and such, and playing it like that. It, I mean, it's a lot like WrestleMania Steel Cage. I don't really like it though. I feel like this was also an era where this game wasn't needed because you had other games coming out, right? Like you had this, the Sega Genesis Royal Rumble game. I mean, King of the Ring, it didn't need to be on Nintendo, I don't think. And Super Nintendo was out at the time too. At that time, so like, why did they still make Nintendo cartridges, right? Anyways, Royal Rumble though, very cool one. I remember this came out on Super Nintendo as well, but some of the characters were different. Like Hulk Hogan wasn't in the Super Nintendo one, but he's in the Sega Genesis one. And there's other games too. You get Monday Night Raw, which was for Sega and Super Nintendo, and so was I want to say was it Wrestle? I think it was a WrestleMania one too, or WrestleMania Challenge, maybe something like that. I forget. All I know is that I remember the British Bulldog was in the Sega one, and so was like Papa Shango and such. But yeah, I mean, one day I'd like to probably collect more of these games. Especially the Sega ones. I only got one. Like, I should get Raw. I really should. I played that with a buddy of mine named Jer, like way too many times back in high school. We played the shit out of that game. We used to rent it from a local video store from a town nearby called Thamesville, and we would play Raw like for days straight until I had to go back. But yeah, so I thought I'd do a little video here on the video games of wrestling that I own. It was kind of cool to see them in the wrestling magazines as well. Again, the magazine is, this is the Wrestler, January 90, and of course, December 92, the WWF magazine with Sean on the cover. It's just neat to see that they were hyping so many video games back here in the wrestling magazines. It's almost like wrestling and video games went hand in hand, at least for the fans of both, right? All right. Thank you for watching this short little video. It was just something fun to do today just because I came across that in the magazine when browsing. And so I thought I would share it with all of you. All right. Until I do my next one, I'll talk to you guys later.